Hey everyone, it's CTK here. I'm going to show you guys how to build a leveling bot using MongoDB as a database in Autocode. If you have never heard of Autocode or have never used it before, then I recommend this video to get you familiar with it. I will include video link in the description. The first thing we need to do is create a MongoDB account and get the database access URL so that we can use it in our project. Go to try free and register your account. Complete the verification. Once you do, you will be redirected to this page. Build a database. Create a shared cluster. Scroll down. Create a cluster. Go to the database and wait for 1 to 3 minutes. Once the process is completed, click on connect and allow access from anywhere. Put username and password. We're going to use this password in the URL, so don't forget it. Connect your application. Now copy this URL and paste it on Notepad. Replace this with your password and my first database with your database name. Now that we have set up the database, let's move on to Autocode. Without wasting any time, let's just create a new project and name it something cool like leveling bot. Before we move forward, let's not forget to add the Mongo URL that we copied earlier. Now that we are adding environment variables, let's not forget prefix also. We are done with env variables, so let's move on to coding. Create a folder called tools and file in it called schema.js. At this point, most of you must be wondering, what am I doing and what is this schema? Therefore, schema is a way to define the structure of the data, basically telling the system what type of data it will receive. For now, that's all you need to know about schema. As you can see, I defined guild ID as a string, which basically says that any guild ID I provide will be a string. The default key means that if the value is not given, then it will set value to 0. Same goes for XP and level. Now that the schema part is completed, let's move on to the endpoints and create message.createEndpoint. The leveling bot has a pretty simple logic. Every time someone sends a message to the server, a call is received, and we generate random experience between 1 to 4 and add it to user's current XP. We are counting user messages also, so whenever someone sends a message, we will increase the message count also. Regarding the XP target, we will increase that by 100 points at each level. For example, level 5 has a target of 500 XP and level 10 has a target of 1000 XP. Time to create some function that we will use. Let's not forget to import the leveling schema that we created earlier. Using this function, I will be able to get random number between a given range. I will be using it to generate random XP for a single message. Our next function is getLevel, which gives us the leveling data for the particular user. First we will check if we are already connected to the database, and if not, then we will connect to it. Currently I am trying to find user data from given query, which is guild ID and user ID. It returns matching results, and if none are found, I create a new record and return it. Level up function will send leveling messages whenever someone reaches a new level. We are now coming to the main function add XP, which will add XP to the user. We will use getRandomInteger function to get random value between 4 to 1 for the XP. After that we will use getLevel function to get the current data of the user so that we can add the XP to it. Increase message count as well. This piece of code means that if the user XP is more than the target level XP, then the level will be increased, the XP will be reset, and a level up message will be sent. In last, save the data and return it. We are done here. Let's move on to message.createEndpoint. We need to import the addXP function we created just now so that it can be easily used. I think it's time for us to test things out. Before that, let's just connect our bot. Check out this video if you are experiencing problem with connecting your bot to Autocode. I will post the link in the description. Also, open MongoDB website to see live changes. I'm going to send a message and see if anything happens. As you can see, it created a new record with schema that I created. Now we know that it's working nice and fine. Let's just create a cool looking level command. Identify the user. If there is no ID or no mention, then take the author as the user and proceed to the next step. Get user data from database and send cool looking message. Looks like we are done. Let's test it out. Now that you know how it's done, you can make it more advanced, such as adding leaderboards or even leveling cards showing your stats. I'm sure you will be able to create something cool by yourself. I created one leveling app myself. You can check it out. I will put link in the description. This is it for today. Have a nice day. Goodbye.